If you're trying to email your classes, one of the easiest ways to do that is through Skyward. So if you log into Skyward, it might be in a different order, but this is basically what you should see. Some of you might already see something that says messages and some of you won't. If you won't, under the jump to other dashboards, there's a part that says select widgets. So mine's right here. If I select widgets, it will give me the option under teacher widgets to include here recent messages. So I'm going to save that so I have my recent messages, and now you can see I've used this a couple times here recently, so you can see my recent messages. So I'm going to select the part in the blue. Well, mine's blue, you might have another color enabled, but I'm going to select recent messages. This is showing ones that I've sent out recently. So we could, on the right, add message from multiple classes. You will have some message summary here. You'll have the body of your message here. And then there's a couple of different things you can do with this, and I usually do both. So under posting options, I will have it only post for students currently enrolled in the classes I'm going to select, so that if a kid has dropped my class, there's no reason for that to show up on their Skyward. But I'll keep it on family access, and I'll keep it on student access. However, Dave's never done this when he's used it, but I usually have been taking these options off of allowing them to respond to it, because if they respond to it, I found out that it only responds on Skyward. And because I don't usually check that for messages, I realized just the other day, I had a parent try and contact me in February through this, and I didn't get back to her ever because I didn't know it was on here. So again, I always take that off. If you don't mind possibly having messages show up in Skyward, by all means leave it on, but I like to have that off. And then personally, you can post your email address because that is the way I'd like for them to contact. That's my personal preference for that. But then it'll also, you can select for them to have it on their calendar that they see on Skyward. You could select the date, but if you select this post to calendar option, you have to put text here. If you leave that blank, you're going to get some issues showing up, so you cannot leave this blank. So you have to have some type of summary of what it's going to show. It will still show all of the body of your message, but you have to have something here for like a subject line. Then I'm also going to select to send it as an email. It'll go ahead and populate an auto date and a time sometime in the future. So I'm making this at 1:39 p.m. So it's just going to say, oh, it's going to send it at 2:07, but you can alter that as you want. And it's using my email to do that. And then you can read the emailing options of students currently enrolled in my class. I want to email it to students. I want to email guardians probably so that you can actually contact all your parents in a quick, reasonable manner. You can select the heads of household, and you can read through those. You can see which ones you want to select. But the really nice thing is at the bottom, you don't have to do this multiple times. So for example, if you have 4 geometry classes, you could select them all at once. Or for myself, just the other day, I selected just my stats classes so I could send it all at once. You could you could choose to select all of them, although I don't think you probably want to contact your SAT kids. And then at the top, you just hit save and it's ready to go out. I found that in the body of your message, if you have links that you're trying to direct students toward, I had actually initially started creating an email in my actual email, my Gmail email, and I included links to that. So there's a link to the class calendar, and because it was my statistics class, I had a link to an AP practice, had a link to this and that and a video. But when I went to put it in the body, I was like, oh, am I about to lose all those? But it doesn't. Skyward actually will keep any linked text that you want to have. It'll keep it in here and show it all in the body. So it is a really nice option to be able to contact your students. Let's see if I can actually view this one. Yeah, this is the one I just sent out to my stats students. It had a bunch of links and stuff so what I wanted them to be able to have access to, they were able to click on it. So hopefully that works for you. If you have any questions, don't email Jess, email Dave, because he would be better able to answer them. But it is a really quick, easy way to be able to contact your students. Wash your hands, stay inside, and good luck.